So focusing on the new onboarding journey in Portuguese banks, I just want to provide a bit of a legal background, just so we are all on the same page. So these are the three valid methods that Portuguese law enable for account opening in Portugal. You might be familiar already with Chamo Digital, of course, and video call, which to my understanding is not the most effective way to open bank accounts. And then we've been exploring this new way, which is about to be launched in production with Banco BPI, which is a third way to open accounts through the issuance of qualified certificates for one-time use only. So based on that article, Law 83, 2017, Article 25.4C1, that alternative is valid, as you can read down here. A comprobar los documentos se ha efectuado mediante o acceso a respectiva información electrónica con valor equivalente, designadamente através do recurso a dispositivos que confiram certificação qualificada nos termos a definir por regulamentação. That means that we are complying with that article regulation issued by Banco de Portugal. So we are enabling this new alternative by issuing a qualified certificate that the user use to open the bank account and sign the contract with the bank. In case you're not familiar with all these elements, just to provide a quick summary, what is EIDAS? EIDAS is the unified EU framework that ensures secure, interoperable, and legally recognized electronic identification and trust services all across the 27 state members. That means that if a qualified certificate is issued in Slovenia or Spain or France, that one will be valid in Portugal or the other way around. What is a qualified certificate? It is a public key certificate issued by a qualified trust service provider, a QTSP under EIDAS regulation. These certificates are used to securely verify the identity of individuals when interacting with them remotely. And a qualified trust service provider is the organization, the company that offers trust services, such as the issuance of digital certificates for qualified electronic signatures, and they need to undergo a specific certification process, and they need to be approved and published on that EU trusted list of providers. So in short, qualified certificates for bank account opening in Portugal. What we do, Veridas, we partner with a Spanish QTSP to issue qualified certificates using Veridas technology. Our technology is already embedded, is already integrated into their platform. Instead of a video call, the user completes a secure and straightforward video selfie process. And this method, as I explained, meets all regulatory requirements under the Law 83 to 2017. Here is a summary of the flow. So basically, I will show you a video later where you will actually see the process. But basically, the user starts the process from the web or the app and chooses that option, so opening the bank account with a digital certificate. Then the process is launched, and in less than 1 minute, the user can take a picture of the ID document, Carta de Ciudadano, passport, back and front and back. Then he or she takes a selfie with liveness, and last of all, the user needs to record a small short video. All those evidences are captured. Our technology works on a fully automated way, so we could potentially say, this person, this identity has been verified, go ahead. But the regulation in this particular use case requires a human validation. That's why the evidences need to be downloaded and reviewed by a back office agent in just minutes. The SLA we are currently offering is a maximum response time of 2 hours, but it is is normally under those parameters. In the meantime, while the operator is reviewing the evidences, the customer keeps going with the onboarding process and provides different information, filling in forms like financial information and so on. And then when the identity is verified and the certificate is issued, the user will receive a notification via an email, push notification, saying, okay, your digital certificate is ready, so you can open your bank account. And in that precise moment, the client will finalize the process, open the account, and sign the contractual documentation with that qualified certificate. So, coming next, video. So, since the product has not been deployed into API yet, our idea was to show you the actual process, which is coming shortly, next month, actually, well, next week. But we generated a Veridas bank flow, which simulates what Banco API is doing. Of course, our solutions are white label, so you can customize them to your look and feel. That's what API has done. And we have more than 100 parameters that you can configure. Just so you know, this actor is one of my Portuguese friends. I asked him the favor to onboard with his cartón de ciudadano, and that's what he did. And that's why we are protecting personal data, right? Anonymizing the process. So this is the last step, video recording. So as you see, pretty straightforward, capture of the ID, selfie with liveness, in this case, active liveness, so he moved his head, that's another requirement. Okay, we offer both active and passive liveness, but this is a requirement. Video recording, and now we are showing the panel that we also offer, where agents can review the validation with a summary of the results. The OCR extracted on the document, all the information, name, surname, date of birth, address, etc., and a full detail of the scores we check in terms of anti-spoofing, recurrences, etc. So in this case, everything is clear. This is in fact the person that is trying to onboard. The results are good, which means that the back office agent will approve the process in just a moment. And the last step, once the identity is approved, the certificate is issued, the user will actually sign the contract documents with that qualified certificate. And will be able to start operating in the financial institution. Okay, as simple as that. Last slide, I said 15-20 minutes, I think it's been more than that, but just good summary. You have, by the way, booklets where you will find a brief summary of our solutions and the use cases we deploy in different industries. This particular slide is focused on banking only, but here you can see some details about use cases that are deployed currently in our customers. This is food for thought, just to help you visualize potential use cases you can deploy with us. From account opening, not only for adults but also for minors, together with fraud identification procedures when those clients are onboarding and identifying those fraudulent faces in blacklist databases. You could complement the current Channel Digital flow with a face authentication check that we can provide. You could potentially also use this technology in branch to help your employees onboard customers on an assisted way in the branch. Customers can also sign transactions with face biometrics. That's another element that we offer. You could potentially approve loans, issue credit cards by verifying the identity or just matching a face with your records. You can accept inheritance. You can digitize your ID document database in case you still have like photocopies of documents. You can auto-renew expired documents, reset passwords. This is really relevant. Security journeys such as password reset, change of validated phone number. We all rely now on our phones, right? So that's very relevant information, and you need to make sure that the person operating is in fact who they claim to be. Login, and of course voice authentication in contact center, not only in contact center but also in other channels, voice bots, apps, WhatsApp, etc. And last of all, biometric access control, both for employees and for visitors. That's what we have in our office. I open the doors of our corporate office with my face, and every time I do so, my working time is also registered. And visitors also get access to our building using face biometrics. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much for your attention. And now we'll move on to the second part of the event. So Jordi, Malena.